Alright, so I know I've had multiple people ask me about the rear disc brake conversion on the Monte Carlo. And it was on there when I bought the rear end. It's an 8.5 out of Grand National. It had the rear disc brake conversion already on it. So I'm not sure which kit it is, but it did tell them eventually I would like to do a video or do the swap on a rear end and a G-body to disc brakes. So I've mentioned in the past that I would like to get a rear end in the El Camino. Right now I think it's the factory gear, so it's like 242 or something like that. So and it's an open diff, so eventually I would like to do a rear end in it. And I had a buddy not too long ago post up a rear end for sale, and for the price he had it at, I couldn't pass it up. It was extremely low. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time for the Elco to get a rear end, and then at the same time, it'll give me an opportunity to do the rear disc brake conversion on a G-body. So I know I've had a lot of people ask me about it. I showed the one on the fronts, so the C5 brakes up front on a G-body with the blazer spindles. I think it's probably it is my best video to date. So I think if I do the rears, that'll help out a little bit. Get rid of all these, get rid of those drums. They still look good, but we'll see. But yeah, I do have a new 7.5 rear end. I think it came out of his Grand Prix 2+2, so it is a posi rear end. I think he said 308 gears, so it's going to be better than what's in the Elco now. The Elco's not built for speed or power. It's just a nice cruiser, so this should wake it up just a little bit. And then with it being a manual, that doesn't hurt either. So yeah, it's a 5-speed, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to it. It's not gonna be right away. Might be a month or two, but I will be cleaning this up, painting it, and doing the rear disc brake conversion on it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with the bolt-on or the weld-on kit. So I'll look around, do my homework before I order one. I do have the C5 rear calipers from when I picked up the fronts. I got all 4 of them, but since the Monte was already done, I didn't throw the C5 ones on there. And I'm debating if I want to throw it on this rear end. But if I do that, I'll definitely have to upgrade the fronts from the power stop just to make it all look good. So I'm not sure if I'll just order a new kit for it that already comes with the calipers and everything. If I need new brake lines, I do have the 2 rear lines from when I did the brakes on the Monte Carlo. But I believe if I order a kit, it should come with everything. Bushings don't look too bad, but like I said, I'll probably clean it up, paint it, and then eventually throw it in the back of the Elco. And while I'm at it, I might as well order the rear QA1 control arms, because I have the fronts done. I didn't do anything to the back, so when that happens, I might upgrade it a little bit suspension wise. But I also picked up some coils while I was down there for a buddy. I picked this up after my multi-gun shoot, or three gun shoot, so they were both done in the springs. Decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and just after my shoot, went and picked this up. Was able to check out his collection a little bit, and he has some nice cars. He's a big Pontiac guy, so he has a Grand Prix 2+2 he's working on, and then he has a GXP and a Ute, or the modern El Camino, pretty much. So I'll throw a few clips in there on his collection. It's pretty nice. Of course, all his cars are all black, mine are all white, but it's a nice collection. I'm a car guy at heart. Doesn't matter what the color of the car is. So yeah, but just want to give an update on that. Tell you guys what's going to be happening in the future with the rear end. I will get the disc brake conversion video out eventually. I know a lot of people, or not a lot, but a good amount of people have asked me about the rear disc brakes on the Monte. and if I had a video on it or not. I don't yet, but eventually I will. And then hopefully it just gives the Elco just a little bit more. I know a lot of people wanting to see more Monty content. I'm getting back on it. I just have a few more things to finish up with the PT. It's a mess over here, but it's a few more things to finish up with the PT. And then I promise I'll get back to the Monty. Everything's pretty much in. Just have to throw the axles back in, brakes back on, throw the front bumper and everything back on, and this should be finished up. I'll be able to get the Elco back inside, and then I think next I'll be starting on the fuel system for the Monty. But that's it. That's enough of the rear end update. I'll throw some clips of my buddy's collection up in there. It's not going to be too long, just probably a minute or two, and then we'll go from there.
But yeah, I ripped the entire interior out of it and put an aftermarket amp in it and subs in it and tied into the stock radio. But that's full HSV front end. That front bumper now, with everything on it, is now about $8,000 shipped. I paid about $3,500 for it, and the fenders are like $2,000 a piece. Yeah, that's my GXP. That's a stick car.
Okay.
So that's one of the 700 and some odd that are manuals.
So is that the 6.2 in there or the 6.0?
This has got the 6.0. The 6.2 is right behind you.
Yeah.
That's an LS3 out of a 2017 SS.
Okay.
Said it gets used.
Nice.
But how they did their tonneau covers like that is just cooler than shit. And it is so nice. It's adjustable. It's even got the bungee cord is all adjustable, and you can even take it off the frame, and if you got a big load, it'll go over the top, and then the bungee cords come down and latch. It's really cool.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've used it. It's
And
all the way.
317 is
Kilowatt equals 430 horsepower.
okay.
And then you put it on, and you just go snap.
Is that Alcantara or just Wade?
Yep, no.
Nice.
I came up with the formula to match the red on the plastic parts, and but yeah, no, that's
Like the gauges too, the red in there.
yeah.
Take them off my Camaro right now. They're pretty much worthless.
What year Camaro you got?
15.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all right, so you got a G8. You understand that I can